Hey everyone, so today I'm doing a makeup tutorial for this simple everyday look. So first thing we're doing is moisturizing. This is a really important step in the makeup process because you're putting a barrier between your skin and the makeup you're going to be putting on. And this is going to let your skin be moisturized so you don't get like dry, flaky skin throughout the day. And you're not going to have any like weird peeling off bits with your makeup. So now I'm going in with the NYX primer. This is a really good dupe for the Smashbox primer. It's like the same packaging, and to me it works just the same. It's like a third of the price. And I'm putting this mostly on my T-zone because I have really big pores on my nose, on my cheeks, and my chin. So this is going to help minimize the appearance of your pores and just to create a smoother surface for your makeup to go on. That way you don't have any weird bumps or anything on your face. So now I'm going in with my favorite concealer. It's Shape Tape by Tarte. This stuff's great for really anything. You can use it for multiple purposes. I'm using it under my eyes for discoloration, also on my T-zone. I just have a little bit of like redness. It's also really good for any blemishes, acne. It covers literally anything. And it's really creamy and super easy to blend out as well. And right now I'm just putting it on my T-zone and a little bit around my face. And this works great in the summer for when it's really hot outside and you're sweating. It doesn't go anywhere. And I'm using this Tarte Amazonian clay-based foundation. What I love about this foundation, it's full coverage, but it's clay-based, so it keeps you looking matte throughout the day because the clay-based ingredients in it help kind of like seal um, all of the oil that would normally like rise to the surface of your makeup. It kind of seals that in, so you don't get oily as quickly, and it's really great. I've been wearing this for about a year now. It's just a really great formula, and it's really great for oily skin. I have more dry skin combination, um, but it works, I feel like, for all skin types too. And I'm just blending this in with kind of a flat brush. I prefer brushes over sponges because this is a thicker foundation, and I feel like the beauty blenders just don't blend in the product as well as a brush does. It takes a little bit longer with a brush, but I feel like I get a better result from it. And I'm just going along my jawline, really making sure I have everything blended. And so now I'm going in with my NYX HD finishing powder. And this is just the plain white one. It's great for if you're more pale like me. I use it to set my under eye, and this just brightens up your under eye area, makes you look more awake, more alert. And then I'm taking a little bit around the rest of my face just to kind of help mattify everything and making sure everything's blended. Now I'm going in with the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. This is a contouring and highlighting palette. I've been using this for about a year now. And I'm almost out of my favorite shades, but I'm going in with the shade Sculpt. It's their darkest powder shade, and I'm using that to contour my cheekbones and around my forehead. The new Tarteist series that they've been doing is really great. The packaging is really durable. I've brought this with me on many trips this summer, and I haven't had any problems with it breaking any of the shadows. It's super heavy duty. Like you can drop it on the floor and it's not going to break. It's super great palette. It's definitely worth the money, um, and it lasts a long time too. Now I'm just taking a Morphe brush. I'm not sure the number. I'm not too picky about brushes. As long as it does the job for me, it's fine. I'm taking, it's a little bit of like a wider fluffy brush, and I'm taking some also on the bridge of my nose to contour my nose as well. And I really like a lot of contouring, so I'll go in a few times and kind of layer it up slowly. Um, I just like a really strong contour and highlight, and this palette's really great for that. And here I am just going in with like another layer. I don't go in too heavy at once. I like to slowly build it up so that way you know how it's going to look. And then I'm taking the same fluffy brush that I used for my finishing powder, and I'm just taking that. I'm not putting any more product on. I'm just using it to blend in my contour with the rest of my face. And yet another layer. So I like a really heavy contour. Again, just making sure that you're blending everything together. You can never blend too much. Now I'm going in with two of the highlighting shades in Strobe and Stunner. I'll kind of mix those together, and I'm putting those right on top of where my contour is, right on my cheekbones. I love this formula because it's not like a chunky, glittery highlight. It's more of a smoother, translucent look, and I really love these colors. Same thing with contouring. I like a lot of highlight too. So after I go through with these two colors, I'm going to go in with another highlight just for an extra pop. And for that, I'll be using the NYX Duochrome highlight. I believe this one's in like Twilight. It's their lightest one, and this is just really like a blinding highlight. I compare it a lot to the Becca highlighters in Opal. It's like the same thing to me. I've swatched them both side to side, and it's like almost an exact dupe for that. Again, at like 1/4 of the cost. Now I'm going in with the Tarteist Pro eyeshadow palette. This is part of like the same series of the contouring palette. Super durable, great formula, easy to blend. I use it every day, but they also have a lot of dark shades in there too, so you can throw in like a smoky eye. It's just very versatile too. And I'm just going in with a dark brown shade for my eyebrows. I don't really do anything special for my eyebrows. I have pretty thick brows, so I just fill them in a little bit. And I'm using an angled brush by Sephora. Now I'm going in with another Sephora brush. This one's a fluffy brush palette. I'm going in with shades Chic and Profesh. I don't really like the names for this palette, but whatever. And I'm putting that directly into my crease to create more depth to the eye. And I love the formulation for this palette because it's super easy to blend. I'm just kind of mapping out the shape I want. but the eyeshadows blend in so easy. Um, and I just think Tarte's been doing a great job for their eyeshadows lately, compared to other brands where it'll take me like 20 minutes to blend out one color. I just don't have time for that every day. So I highly recommend this palette. Now I'm going in with a more peach color. This is the shade Innocent, and I'm putting this in my crease, a little bit higher up to create more of like a gradient effect. And now I'm grabbing, I think it's like a really cheap like Wet n Wild maybe concealer. Any concealer works as long as it's like a pale shade. I'm going in with an Urban Decay flat brush and I'm putting this on the lids and I'm kind of carving out a cut crease here and doing like a half moon shape just to brighten up the eye a little bit. Any concealer will work. I normally use my Tarte Shape Tape, but it's just so expensive to be using, and this works just the same. So I try to just conserve that and use like a really cheap one that works just fine. And so with the placement of the eyeshadow in the crease and then doing this cut crease here, you're really giving a lot of dimension to the eye and you're kind of changing the way the light will hit your face. That's the big thing about, using concealer for your eyes is you can kind of change the way your eye shape is. And so I'm trying to make my eyes look a little bit bigger. So I'm kind of exaggerating where my crease is with my eyeshadow. And then I'm taking the fluffy brush that I used earlier for my eyeshadow. I'm not putting any more product on it. I'm just using that to blend in the concealer. And now I'm taking a more dense fluffy brush by Sephora and the NYX Baked Eyeshadow. This is a pearly white eyeshadow and I'm using that as a brow bone highlight and to blend in my eyeshadow. This is just giving me an extra glow. I really like anything shimmery or more glowy. It's not a very chunky formula either. It's a very translucent glow. And I'm putting this under my eyebrows and also in the corners of my eyes and on my lid as well, just for extra brightness. Unfortunately, I don't think they make this anymore. When I was working at Ulta, I think I picked this up in the clearance bin because they were getting rid of them. But I love the formula for this, and it's lasted me like 2 years, and I use it all the time. But I'm not sure if they make anything similar to this. You can always use the NYX highlight that I used earlier. That will pretty much work the same. Now I'm going in with my favorite eyeliner. It's by Palladio, and just regular black. You can buy this at Sally's. They used to carry it at Ulta. Then they got rid of that brand. I think it's only like $7, and it lasts me like one tube will last me like probably 8 months. I've used really expensive like felt tip liners from like Stila or even like Too Faced, and they always dry out on me. And this, it's not like a pen. You dip it into the ink itself. doesn't budge. It never like smudges on me. I never had problems with it. It's great. I've been using it for about like 5 years now, and I've tried so many other kinds of liquid eyeliners, but this is just my favorite one. And now I'm going in with just my eyelash curler. I'm prepping my eyelashes for falsies. Just a cheap mascara for this. I think this one is CoverGirl. I'm trying out new lashes today. I was at Target and I found some $4 elf lashes. They looked pretty good, so I bought them and I just decided to see how they look. So now I'm just taking the same angled brush that I used for my eyebrows, and I'm taking like the same shade I used to fill them in, just a little bit on my bottom lash line. I don't like to go in with an eyeliner too much because I always have a hard time with them like smudging. But I just use a little bit of like light brown eyeshadow just to give it some fullness on the bottom. So this is what we have so far. I'm about to put on some fake lashes. I got them at Target for $4, and I'm using Duo Lash Glue. This lash glue is pretty cheap and it works really well. The only thing I hate about it is that it gets clogged very easily, and then when you go to squeeze it, like half the tube just comes out, and that's what happens to me right now. Um, it just it just explodes all over the place, and it comes with these. The lashes come with these little applicators, but I personally don't like to use them. I like to use regular tweezers. I feel like they give you a better grip on the lashes and you have more precise placement with them. And this is when the glue just all comes out at once. I think these lashes had some adhesive on them. Um, I think they were the kind that you can just attach directly, but I don't like the clear sticky glue that comes on them, so I take that off and then I put my own glue on just because I feel like it lasts a lot longer. And I take the tweezers and I place them in the middle first, and then I go through and get the ends and then the inner corners of the eye, which is the hardest part to get down. Sometimes I'll put them on, and if I don't think there's enough glue, I'll just add more glue. Yep, it just all came out at once again. But it's cheap, so I'm wearing NYX for my lips today. It's in shade Abu Dhabi. I'll put a picture of it up. But it's a very natural color. It's great. It's not sticky. It dries pretty quickly, and it doesn't feel like you're wearing anything. So it's really good for an everyday lip color. And then here's the finished result. A pretty nice, quick, everyday glam look. So thanks for watching.